Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of That's All Funny, where we ask the question, is it all funny? Typically it is. Typically. I hope everyone is enjoying the interview I did with Michael Ray Bauer. He was a cool cat. I didn't expect to sit down for 4 hours and talk to him though about, conspiracy theories and, really get to know him like I did. I really did not expect that. I was like, dang, 4 hours. Like, it was a fun conversation. He was a really nice guy. And, hopefully we can do a live or something next time, and have people like join, but it was something, it was fun. It was different because what was I don't even know the longest podcast I've had before, probably like an hour and 20 minutes, and this was 4 hours. Jesus Christ, 4 hours. That's some Joe Rogan length shit, But let's talk about, I guess, the news. I don't know. As far as my news, I'm working the next couple days. When I'm off, I have actual interviews with jobs. I have an interview with two different jobs. They're both remote. One of them is Canon, the printer company, and the other one is I don't know, some like tool company that like pays really well. And yeah, I'm just like, I hope I get that job. I'll tell them I was really good at Home Depot or something, like, no, it was I don't know, hopefully I do that, and hopefully there's overtime and all that shit, because right now I'm feeling low, pretty low. But yeah, again, if y'all haven't seen the interview with me and Michael Ray Bauer, aka Donkey Lips from Salute Your Shorts, go watch it, because it was a heck of a time. But let's talk about the news, I guess. I've been seeing the video of that pregnant white woman renting a bicycle and crying for help as black whoa, that's a new sound, as black males try to like take her bike. And what's funny is like everyone's proving her right on her side, like she has the receipt. They have the bike number clearly in the video that says what bike it is, so it is her purchase, and they're trying to take it away from her. And I don't hear the news like talking anything about it. Like, this is something I have to, like, my algorithm has to show me on Twitter that the media was wrong. The media is not gonna say they were wrong. They were pushing the shit out of it when they thought it was her just being racist to blacks. But whenever they found out, oh man, it was just a gang of black dudes harassing this pregnant woman for her bike, they're like, oh shit, that doesn't fit the narrative, and then it's gonna prove that the news can be wrong sometimes. We have to not talk about it now, or stop talking about it. So yeah, like I don't see any news. You would think that would be like front page news, that like it's not her fault. And I feel bad for her that she's in hiding, because the race haters will probably be like, oh well, it's fake, da da da, do do, or whatever. But yeah, she should sue all the news media outlets for fucking immediately, putting that type of shit down in the news, that narrative, and then everyone attacking her, to where she's afraid she's gonna lose her job or be threatened. Like, no, she's gonna get paid, and as she should, just for renting a bike. It kind of reminds me of like of those all those like robberies that have been happening. Like, I think they said it was in New York or Oregon or something. They're shutting down like Walmarts and locking things up because people just like walk in, grab, or literally like grab a ton of shit or throw it in trash bags and all that and just walk out. And dude, like I have dealt with shoplifters before. I've been in retail for years, and yeah, I've dealt with shoplifters at Walmart where they take, a few things. You see them pocket some DVDs, or there people are trying to walk out with things of brisket and detergent. You know what I mean? Because that shit's expensive and very useful. And you know, and, and then like a brisket and detergent and barbecue, and at Home Depot, you got power tools that people just want to walk out with, like air compressors and nail guns and shit. I remember one time this dude was walking out, this homeless looking dude. He was walking out with like a nail gun, right, or some sort of power drill, something I knew was like $50 or $60. And he just, I knew he's gonna do it. He just grabbed it and like started walking to the door, and he walks out, and I follow him. And of course, you're not supposed to like really engage or do anything, or you can get fired. You like, you do anything, you get fired. It's more observe and report. But he walked out the store, and I'm like, hey, and he turned around, and I'm like, give that back right now. I was like, I see your face, give it back. And he just like throws it at me and then like runs off. And I just like put it back on the shelf, you know what I mean? Like, and even that interaction, like what I did, like that could have gotten me fired, I'm sure. I know one dude that I worked with there at the Home Depot, and he had been there for a good while, for like years. He was young too. He was probably like my age. It was the same situation. We both had like our second job there, so like we were pretty respectful with each other. And he was young, but I guess like he was out doing something on the floor, working by the door, and then they were like casing a shoplifter because they know, you kind of tell they're just grabbing a bunch of stuff, but like only high price shit, and they're like grabbing it very fairly quickly, with no like list, you know what I mean? Pretty easy to spot. That's all I can say, right? And so the shoplifter gets to the door, and the fucking dude starts like holding him, and he like, I don't even remember what he did. He like brought him down. He like body slammed him or razor's edged him or something, and stopped him. My buddy stopped that shoplifter, but I remember like it becoming an investigation, and they like fired him because he did that. You know what I mean? And it's more like the liability, like, oh, you could hurt the shoplifter, you could hurt yourself. He could have had a knife, a weapon. Just let them go. But man, it's like, I think adrenaline. I remember when I saw him afterwards. I didn't see the incident, but I heard about it, and I saw him like that same day. He was in the back, like after he did it. He was all like, oh fuck, he was all pumped up with adrenaline and shit that he just like stopped it. Like stopped that shoplifter. And yeah, it is kind of a rush, like when you stop a shoplifter. I've done it, like I said, where I'm like, hey, I remember once, yeah, at least once or a few times at Home Depot, I'll see shoplifters walking out. I'll follow them, won't touch them, right? But I'll be like praying to them, like Bible verses, so that that later on, they're like, man, we feel guilty. We got to take this shit back to the store, Like I would start, just say, our Father, Lord in heaven, hallowed be thy name, kingdom come, will be done on earth as heaven. Give us this day. Forgive this person, forgive this person. Like just fuck with them psychologically, because you can't like touch them, And yeah, that was always fun. You gotta like, you gotta have fun at work. You gotta make work fun. But that was, yeah, that really went on a tangent. Speaking of like back in a little while, racism. Jada Pinkett Smith is claiming her Cleopatra movie is or documentary. Oh, it's actually a documentary. Failed due to white supremacism. And I mean, I don't know. It looks kind of just stupid. I don't know if it's the white, like it failed because of white supremacism, but literally anyone can watch it. You know what I mean? It's not like they're shadow banning it or throttling it in any way. Like you advertised for it. Tell your homies to watch it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Next, Britney Griner receives a standing ovation in the WNBA return, and now I'm starting to think that like this whole Britney Griner thing was like a way to like boost the WNBA because like I've been seeing a lot of hype now for the WNBA like on my Twitter feed where like oh hey they're starting to film them like the men where oh here they are coming into the gym for the day with their fashion and they're dressed in skirts and boots and I'm like oh yeah they're women duh you know but it's funny because I thought like they were the men for a second and I could see the men dressing like in skirts and boots you know because that's just the in thing right now to dress like against your gender or very trans like so I was like are these the men? I was like, oh no, they're the women. Okay, yeah, and they're female. You know, whatever. But yeah, I'm starting to think like that whole Britney Griner thing was just like a way to pump up the WNBA because it's just not like worth. I don't know. You know, it's not doing well. I'm sure. You know, and yeah, I mean, I hope it does better. You know, can't say I'm I'll watch basketball every now and then, even men's basketball, but to like watch women's basketball, you know, I've been to a women's basketball game. It was all right. It didn't kill me to watch it. It was like an event to go to, but I don't know. It's one of those things like, how do you like hype up stuff and then to give her like a standing ovation. I don't know, whatever. The whole world's just wacky, right? And lastly, I want to talk about this. I'm kind of taking long. German doctors are attempting to reverse death and resurrect humans. And I'm like, of course it'd be the Germans that want to do this. Of course. Nah, what they're doing is that whole like freezing people's bodies, right? Like at the moment they die and then keeping them frozen and then saving their bodies and brains, preserving them for the future when their disease cures or de-aging are found, you know. And I mean that I think there's like a company in Phoenix, Arizona or something that does it. I saw a documentary on that where it was like a little Asian girl with Asian or I don't know, Oriental, whatever you want to call it, whatever makes it less racist. And she had like some sort of inoperable, uncurable brain cancer, and as soon as she died, they froze her. And yeah, I know there's like one of those here in the States. I want to say it's in like Arizona, like in the desert, New Mexico or Arizona, somewhere where it's just desert, you know. And I mean that's cool if you can afford that, dude. Shit, like I don't know how much it would cost, like. I don't know how you do a month or a year, you know, and what happens when you don't pay the bill. Like, as far as paying to have your body preserved, you know, frozen quickly preserved in what they say, negative 196 degree fucking temperature. It's just like, I don't know. It sounds like a lot, you know what I mean? And then, there's really no guarantee of you actually coming back because they got to find the disease. They got to bring your body out of cryostasis, and like I said, when you're brought in to keep refrigerated, you're already dead, like legally. So it's I don't know. It's kind of like a half-ass business plan, you know, like oh yeah, we'll take care of your body. I don't know if we'll ever fucking resurrect you, but you know, you're taken care of. Hell yeah, we'll watch you. But I don't know. I guess that's something to do. I'm sure Disney's body is frozen somewhere underneath the park or something, and they're just waiting to resurrect him so he can bring back another renaissance, you know, once they remake everything. And he's like, what have they done, you know, with my company? They're driving it to the ground. They're ruining it with these Star Wars bullshits that people thought everyone was gonna like, but nobody fucking likes. You know what I mean? Not even the true fans. They're done with it. But yeah, that's another episode. Hey, thank y'all for listening. Really, I appreciate it. I hope to get more interviews. That Michael Ray Bauer was cool. He was a cool cat. I hope y'all listened to the whole interview. If you did, bravo, because it is a long interview, and it takes wild twists and turns and emotion, and it's interesting, you know. And then like, dude, I swear my Ethernet was connected and it was like on Wi-Fi, so I was like fuzzy the most of the time, and that bugs me because I literally bought a ground connection Ethernet to do like that interview. So I'm like, that's bullshit. That should have been fucking connected, not Wi-Fi. Whatever. Fuck this. Whatever. That's life though, right? We still roll with the punches. But yeah. Anyways, thank y'all for listening today. Like, review, share, rate, subscribe. Check out the YouTube. Check out the Patreon. You would get that interview a day early. And some other bonus stuff, you know, we got going on there. And yeah, I appreciate y'all keeping me going with the words of enthusiasm. I know from what I'm seeing from the interview, people are liking it. So yeah, I'll definitely keep interviewing people. It's fun. I enjoy it. I like meeting new people and being somewhat random, you know, with these guests or with questions to ask them. But yeah, thank you all for listening, for rating, reviewing, subscribing, sharing, all that stuff. And we'll definitely keep it going. That's it. That's another day. We'll be here tomorrow. Bye.